I find that the last few days of summer are such a bittersweet time. Lately, I've been feeling so frustrated because it seems like as soon as mid-August hits, everyone gives up on summer and wants to move straight into fall. The end of summer is a beautiful and unique time that deserves just as much appreciation as any other time of the year. Let's romanticize it together. Coming to you from my bedroom on a very dark August afternoon. It's kind of gloomy, kind of smoky. It might rain, it might not, and so that's why it looks kind of dark and weird in here. But I just wanted to include something in this video that has been on my mind for quite a while, and it's really interesting because actually Mahina, who is a very popular sort of fashion, style, pop culture commentary YouTuber, her most recent YouTube video at the time that I'm filming this, but the video is essentially all about how different cores and aesthetics have popped up over recent years. You can no longer just be like off-duty model. It's like off-duty model meets old money meets, I don't know, stealth wealth. If you're watching this, you're probably like, Caitlin, that's a little bit hypocritical of you because you label everything cottagecore and princesscore and all of these things. And if I'm being honest with you, I do a lot of that because it makes my content, more relevant, when truly I think at the end of the day, my style is just whimsical meets feminine meets a little bit of luxury, high fashion meets just fun and playful. But I don't know, I wanted to see what your opinions were on this subject. Do you feel like there are just too many cores out there? Do you feel like you're constantly being pulled like a million different directions on like what you think your style is? Because for me personally, on one hand, I love the idea of like all of these different aesthetics and things because they're fun, and it's fun to like do research about them, and a lot of them are really specific, and it's cool to like form your own style using like a collection of these different things. Like if I had to use only cores to describe my style, I would say it is cottagecore meets princess core. Sometimes there's some ballet core in there, sometimes there's some fairy core in there. But at the other hand, is that weird that we're kind of just like feeling the need to make these hyper specific definitions for what people's style is? Like for example, I was reading an article on Vogue maybe a week and a half ago about how the tomato girl summer aesthetic is really big right now, and so for fun I started like putting that in like the captions and the hashtags of some of my content, and it's done really well. And then like less than a week later, Hailey Bieber declared it strawberry girl summer, which I have already had so many strawberry themed things in my closet before she even declared it strawberry girl summer. I'm not trying to say I like did it first or anything, but it's just so fascinating to me how many people have like jumped on that train. Like the next day, strawberry girl makeup was just blowing up. But a part of this discussion that I actually wanted to bring up with you guys is the fact that you might have noticed on my channel and on my social medias, like I switch up my style every season. And as I mentioned in the intro, lately I've been feeling very frustrated because it feels like, this is a bit of a tangent here, so bear with me, it feels like everyone is so ready to just skip through August and make it like spooky season, which I get that. I love fall just as much as the next girl. I love pumpkin spice just as much as the next girl. But I feel like there's something so wonderful about like late August, or just the month of August in general. Like the nights are cooler, it's just kind of like, I think Indian summer is a great term for it. I'm gonna put the official definition of Indian summer here because I don't remember what it is exactly, but it's just like those late summer, like, you've got a bonfire going, you can put a sweater on over your bikini when you're done for the day at the lake. But where I wanted to go with this is I've made quite a few of these sort of romanticizing your life videos, or seasonal romanticizing your life videos, or how to romanticize each season, and I kind of wanted to touch on the fact that yeah, part of romanticizing a season for me is switching up my aesthetic for that season. As superficial as it might sound, as, you know, vain or weird or materialistic as it might sound, for me, that is a big part of celebrating each season. So I wanted to film this part in front of my lovely summer closet. But for me, truly developing a cohesive aesthetic is part of really feeling immersed in a season. So yeah, for me, it is Strawberry Girl Summer, and guess what? It'll be Strawberry Girl Summer for me next summer too, because this is my style. Regardless of if it's a currently trending aesthetic or not, this is what I'm interested in. And so when I say that I really strongly believe in switching up my aesthetic for each season, I'm not saying every single winter wardrobe you need to have a new wardrobe, or every spring wardrobe suddenly you need to only be wearing the latest core. But what I think we can all take from these trends and these cores and these aesthetics, it sounds so silly as I'm talking about it, is take from those what you actually truly love. Like, for example, for me, I'm not a stealth wealth girly. There's elements of it that I like to incorporate here and there. For example, I have the actual, you know, pretty highly coveted Ralph Lauren American flag sweater, which many people would argue is very old money. I guess it's not necessarily stealth wealth, but that's what I'm saying. Like, these aesthetics can get so niche and so specific, where it's like people are arguing online about like, this is stealth wealth, but this isn't, and like the comments are like ferocious. Here's my takeaway from it, and here's something that's really worked for me and I really want to impart onto you guys if you're feeling overwhelmed about all of these different styles and trends moving a million miles an hour. I say absolutely enjoy observing these aesthetics. Enjoy, you know, watching them, taking notes, and if something is sticking with you even after the trend has died. So for example, mermaid core. To me, mermaid core is basically over, but there are elements to it that I like. Did I go out of my way to purchase anything mermaid core? No, not really. There were some things in my closet that already fit that aesthetic, so I just, you know, wore them more often, I would say. But mermaid core is a trend that I like, but I don't live by the ocean anymore. It doesn't really resonate with me in that same way, so I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy pieces from it. But Strawberry Girl Summer, absolutely, sign me up. Princess core, absolutely, sign me up. So take from these trends what you love, incorporate them into your closet in ways that you truly feel will last you beyond this summer. Pieces that you will want to wear for years and years and years to come, because I bought this strawberry sweater maybe 3 years ago when it like randomly was very popular, and I've worn it consistently ever since. It's not everyone's style, but guess what? It's popular right now. Awesome, I get to take advantage of that. And where I want to end this is, if you are truly feeling so overwhelmed by what's going on with social media and by trends and stuff like that, you don't even know where to start, think long and hard before actually purchasing anything. Even if it's inexpensive, you don't want to be buying junk, you don't want to be buying expensive pieces, you don't want to be buying anything or adding anything to your closet if you're not 100% certain that it's something you'll love year after year. That type of clothing consumption is massively detrimental to the environment. Seriously, it is insane how horrible clothing consumption is for the environment as someone who loves it. So what I would recommend is, first thing, this is a partnership, but it has nothing to do with this video. By the time this video is going live, my partnership with Nuuly will be over. But some of these pieces, especially these red dresses here, are things that I rented from this clothing subscription service called Nuuly. I talked about them at length at the end of my last summer haul video, so I will be linking that somewhere up above, and I'll also put some content somewhere on the side of the screen. I've done quite a bit of content with Nuuly, but even though I was working with them on Instagram and TikTok, I think I'm gonna continue to be a paying customer even after my contract with them has ended, because it has been such an incredible way to experiment with my style, but I don't have to commit to anything. But if you wanna buy something, you can buy it at a huge discount. So for example, this Selkie dress has been on my wish list for years. When it came out, I think I was either a broke college student or I just didn't know enough about the brand yet to buy it, and they only made 2 pieces in this print. Super limited, barely brought it back in stock, and guess what? Nuuly had it on their website for a 74% discount. And I'm so excited to wear that for years and years and years to come, because it matches my style, my forever style, or at least my next 5 to 10 years style, potentially. Another thing I would highly recommend for you to do if you're unsure about your style and you're not sure about these different cores and things, it sounds silly, it sounds obvious, but save things on Instagram, save things on TikTok, make Pinterest mood boards, and spend some time actually going through them and what are things that you're seeing that are similar. Do you like gingham prints in the summertime? Do you like fruit motifs? Do you like the more sort of classic cream, beige, and white look? What are you seeing over and over and over again to the point where there's all these different outfit ideas on how you can style a piece? And, you know, invest some good money into it and get a high quality version of it, and you will not regret it, and you won't feel like you're missing out on a core because you'll feel so confident in your aesthetic and your style. And even though I just said I'm gonna celebrate summer while it's here, I am excited for fall because I'm excited to wear more neutral tones. I incorporated a lot of browns and beige and even some orange, a lot of black, you know, dark forest green, sort of fall tones. I'm excited to have those in my wardrobe, and I do switch up my aesthetic just a little bit in the fall, but that fall aesthetic stays the same year after year. I mean, sometimes there's some tweaks to it. I think we have these urges to, oh my gosh, it's a new season, I have to overhaul my closet. I'm already seeing, you know, fall trend reports, which, I mean, that's about fair. You know, September is the big fashion month of, you know, New York Fashion Week and all those fashion weeks and stuff, so I get that. I already feel so overwhelmed with just non-stop trends being funneled at me as someone who's very secure in my style and who knows what I like and is a very responsible consumer of fashion, I'd like to think. You know, I'd like to hope. I have a one in, one out rule in my closet, for gosh sake. Like, I take this very seriously. It's very important to me that I am very consistent in my style and I'm not wasting my money. But anyway, I'm already feeling these feelings of like, okay, cowboy boots are trending. Even though I live in Montana, I'm not a cowboy boots girl, so I'm not gonna buy any. Maybe I'll buy some Western inspired booties, but I hope you understand what I'm getting at here, and thank you for sticking through this whole rant. I just think it's something that has been on my mind lately, making sure that you are consuming fashion in a way that is responsible, making sure that you're not wasting your money and you're buying pieces you actually like, enjoying and appreciating different aesthetics and maybe incorporating them into your style, but just in a way that makes sense for you and that you can enjoy in the long term. And I think this is applicable regardless of what your aesthetic is. Maybe you love mermaid core, and I am so happy for you. I'm so happy for your mermaid core closet. But even where I live, in this small town in rural northwestern Montana, I go out and I run errands and I see things on, mostly teenage girls to be fair, but I see things out and about that are, you know, micro trends on TikTok, and I'm like, oh, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, are you really gonna wear your, you know, bright orange jelly shoes year on year on year? Maybe you are. If that's the case, I'm happy for you. But anyway, on with the rest of the video. Take this as your sign to start an herb garden, a vegetable garden, anything that you have room for. Being able to harvest vegetables and fruits that you have been growing all year is just so satisfying and something that's pretty unique to the end of summer. I would highly, highly recommend it.